As always, this is going to be a very short video on just one of the programs in the Alluvion Cascade utilities. There are currently 13 programs in the utilities. This one's going to be a little different. I actually did a video on this program before, but there's been some major upgrades and major changes to the product, and so I think it's worthy of another video. When your model is young and you make changes, it's pretty dramatic, and it's easy to see whether it improved the model or whether it hurt the model. But as your models mature, it becomes harder and harder to tell if what you're doing is having any effect or doing good or actually hurting the model. And that's where the 6-cascade analyzer comes in, and that's where it shines. What it's showing you is the confidence level of the model itself. How confident is the model that it found what it's looking for? In this situation today, we're using the hammer model. So how confident is your model that this is really a hammer? All right, so let's just dig in. Before we get to the new stuff, the fun stuff, just going to take a minute and briefly go through the program and show you how it operates, and then we'll take it from there. So let's begin. Okay, what we have here is we're looking at our hammer models. We have three different versions of the cascade. This is the most recent, and earlier. And what you're seeing here is the amount of confidence that the model has that it's actually found a hammer. Now you notice everything is color-coded, everything has its own color. And over here, your region of interest has the same color as this cascade here. Also here, this is the same color showing you which model you're looking at. This shows you the model that it's being used, the cascade that's being used, and here's the confidence level right here. That's what we're really after. And here's how you have your settings, your scale factor and your number of neighbors. And over here you have it charted. You can adjust individually the scale factor and neighbors so you can fine-tune your model before you go looking at it too seriously. You'll also notice that the region of interest boxes, they have a little dot down at the corner, and it's either red, yellow, or green, green being high confidence level, red being low confidence level. So if you're looking here, you can see the confidence level, or here you can see the confidence level, or here you can see the confidence level. If you want to get a little more detail, you can hit the question mark here, and it will bring up a little more information for you. All right, so it shows the confidence number of hits. 78 were high level, 8 were medium, and low were 18. The total hits were 153. And this is updated, I think, every 30 seconds. But here's your thing, the average confidence level. And the confidence level here is a moving average, a 10 sample moving average. So this is a really good indicator of what your model is doing. Now, with this, well, here you can see that this has a higher confidence level than this one. And actually, this one has a little higher too. Well, now it's dropped down. Well, they've all dropped down. But in general, the second one here has a high confidence level than the other two. So we need to see what we did in that situation. Now, if you're using the ACU, I mean, this will work with OpenCV actually, but if you're using the ACU, it produces a report every time you train, and here's a sample report. And now we can try to figure out why this one here is a little better than the latest. And this will show how it's set. It shows all your files, how everything's set, all your settings here. It shows, I mean, it goes through your images and looks for problems. Here it shows some blurred image. This one's not annotated, blurred. Here we can't find this one. Now you notice with these errors here, it doesn't cause the program to crash like OpenCV does. It keeps right on moving for you. Then it just goes through, it shows you the stage that's loaded and everything that goes on. So you have a way of going back and looking at what you did with that version of the cascade to try and figure out why this one is doing better than this one over here. All right, let's get rid of this. What else do we have? We can turn them on and off. If you're trying to isolate a problem, you just want to look at one, you can do that. Now it's just showing the first cascade, but we'll turn them all back on again because that's more interesting. All right, some things you can do if the background is interfering with your region of interest color, you can simply just change the color with these dots here. So if we want to make this one green, we just hit this and it'll come up green, be green down here, be green over here. It just does it everywhere. All right, so a few more things here. If this area here where it's showing what's going on, if you want to change that text color, you can to make it easier to read depending on your background. You can save this whole session to a file. We'll keep this. Frame by frame is if you want to just look at it frame by frame. It'll stop it. And now every time I hit the space bar, it will advance exactly one frame. So we can go through it slowly. All right, so let's forget that and go back. Okay, now let's bring out the new stuff. Let's get rid of these first and bring back onto the screen the first part. When you start the analyzer, it starts this little performance meter here, and it's showing the CPU percentage being used and the memory being used. So as you make changes to your scale factors or neighbors or cut, start or stop, different cascades, you can watch the performance on the CPU. Now, a couple things here. The CPU doesn't really have a percentage. That's a myth. The CPU is either on or off. It only has two states. So what you have to do is take an average over time. How much of this is every 30 seconds, quarter of a second, every 250 milliseconds. And you have to do it over time. So this is over 250 milliseconds. You'll notice down here, it also shows the processor load and the memory used. And this is important if you're saving it to a file. You'll have this information in the file itself. Now, this is a little different though. This from the processor load, once again, it has to be by time and it's nothing to do with whether it's on or off. This is every frame. So if we're doing 30 frames per second, it's 30 milliseconds. All right. Okay, what else? All right, well, I guess that's it for that. All right, also new is segmentation. If you want to see how it segments while you're still doing your object detection, you can just hit segmentation. And it gives you some controls that you have over. You can control the binary image threshold and the peaks threshold, and just to improve your segmentation. Now, third thing that's of interest, you can see the hammer here, and it's the region of interest is being shown at the same time as segmentation, which is kind of cool. Now, unfortunately, this gets really hard to see because of all these colors going on. So I can do this data to desktop. Now, watch this. If you watch the font there, it's going to change. There we go. Now, actually, it didn't really change. What happened was I lifted that text off the window. Okay, so now it can be moved to the desktop, anywhere in the desktop. And you just go somewhere near it and put it up there. And now it's completely free of the colors. Also, you can still change it to black and white, or black or white if you want, but now it just exists on the desktop itself. And you can move it around wherever you want. Let's put it over here, like so. And there you have it. That's the new version of the 6 Cascade Analyzer. I hope you enjoyed this, and I hope you feel that this could benefit you in your model development. You should also check out all the other utilities because it does some really, really interesting things. This is fun, but it does some very interesting things that will save you hours and countless hours of time and effort as you develop your models. So anyway, if you need more information, contact us at www.r2scientific.com. That's R squared scientific.com, and give us a call. Talk to you soon. Hope you have a great day. Thanks.